So again, if you don't want your face recorded, you can turn off your webcam.
Pardon? Sorry.
Sorry,
Oh, that's
let me
fine.
stop. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
I don't mind.
Cool. So let me share my screen again. So yeah, we're just gonna review like the files thing again because we did that a couple of weeks ago, and because we're gonna make a project with that. So you can just open up. I don't know if you saved that project from a couple of weeks ago, like the writing file project.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for it.
If not, that's okay because I think it was just like a few lines.
I really just came in. Wait. Or should I say? He went no, in. I think it's okay.
You found it?
I like it. No, I'm still.
No. Okay, that's okay.
Hey, okay. Really? No, I don't have it. I think I have to restart it. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
No, I got it actually. It's weird.
Oh, okay, you found it. It's okay because it's only like a few lines anyway. So yeah. I was just gonna quickly explain it again.
Oh no, sorry, that's your screen. I did not find it.
My screen. Right. Okay. That's okay. You can just open a new file because we're just gonna. I'm deleting mine anyway because we're just gonna like go through it quickly again.
Ces maîtres, ils vont s'inquiéter. Il faut qu'on la ramène chez elle. Viens. Lily. Lily, stop bedroom. I give you right in the middle. C'est possible. Oui, la lumière, l'air froid.
S'il te plaît.
D'accord.
Merci.
Okay, so let me know when you have that open.
Yep, sorry, I have it open.
Okay, all good. So with files, so the reason we can we use like files, like saving and writing and reading files in Python projects is so we can save data. Like that's the main reason. Because usually when you make a program, like so far all the programs we've made, like as soon as you close it, you just like nothing is saved. So when you run it again, it's just like starting from new. So that's why we save the files. And then, do you remember this line that says like file?
Yeah, open, file dot open then?
Yep, so file equals open.
Oh, okay.
Actually, yep.
Equals open.
Yep, and then you have the brackets, opening and closing brackets. It's the normal round brackets. And then inside that, we can tell what type of file it is. So I'll just quickly say, so to like bring in a file into our Python project and save it as a variable, we use this bit of code. So like the open file doesn't actually like open a file in the, like it doesn't open up like that text file. It's just saying within this program, we kind of want to open it in a certain way. So do you remember the 3 different modes?
Yes.
Yep.
Read, append, and write.
Yes. Good job. So do you remember the difference between them?
Yes.
Yep.
Write, you could add things onto it, but then whenever you restarted it, it reset. Read, I believe you can add to it and it will stay like that as well. Oh no, wait. Okay.
Not exactly, kind of. So you are right with the right one. Do you know what append does?
Not exactly, sorry.
No, that's okay. No, that's fine. That's completely fine. So we'll just quickly go with write again, just to like test our memory. So when we go file equals open, it's just saving it in a variable in our program called file. So like that's the variable name. So this can be anything. So this could be like, you know, variable name or something.
So just to get this straight, the name of the actual file isn't file.
Yeah, so that's not the name of the actual file. So this is the name of the variable. So later on in our program, if we want to do something with the file, instead of calling it like the file name, we can call it by this variable name. So you're correct. So where we put the actual file name is inside the brackets. So if we want to call it something like test file again, and we want to save it as a text file, so we can go .txt. we do that. So this is the actual name of the file. This is just like a variable which we kind of save the file in our program so we can use it later on. So what we're saying is we're having this file name, like it's a text file called test file. And so we'll start with write. So we want to open it in the write mode. So you do a comma and then you type in a W. Okay, so if you want, just quickly save that and then run it if you want. So I have this from last time. I'm just gonna delete it. So what it will do is when you open it like this in write mode, if it can't find any file name with this name, so if it can't find it in this computer where your Python project is saved, it will make a new file. So when you run your program now, you should be able to see that.
Okay.
So run module.
I just have to save it somewhere, so.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Has it run? Ran yet? Okay. Give it a bit. Okay, it's run. And now check files.
Oh, okay. Hang on. You might have got I got an error.
Nope.
I'm not sure if you got an error.
Nope, I got it.
Nope, you got it?
I got
okay, cool. I think
Open.
I just typed something wrong. Yeah, let me run it again. Okay, but did you get a file, like just a blank text file that opened up? So whichever folder on your computer, like wherever you save this Python project, there might be a file called test file or something.
No, yeah, it is there. I see it.
It is there?
And I'm on it.
Okay, you're on it. So right now it's just empty because it just made an empty file.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Not assigned to operator. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna call this file. Oh, okay. So with this thing, with the line of code, you know how I said we could call it variable name or something like that? I'm pretty sure you have to call it file. So because it's like a set thing about opening and closing files, you have to use a variable name file. Okay, back to that.
What do you mean by that exactly?
Okay, so you know how right now in your code you have file is equal to open or something?
Yeah.
And you know how I said this word file is just a variable name? It's not the actual name of our file?
Yeah.
So then I told you like you could change it to something else, like variable file or something like that. So I think because like opening and closing files uses this function like open, and it's like a set function, you can only save it to a variable called file. Like that's the name. Because if I try it like this with a different variable name and try run it, I get an error. I should get an error. Okay, never mind. Sorry for confusing you. You just can't have dashes in your variable name. So with Python, you can't have that. So that's why I did it with so if you have something that has two words, so I have variable file, for example, you just like do it in something called camel case. So have you heard of camel case before?
No.
No. So camel case is like, do you see how this is two different words?
Yeah.
The camel case means it's all lowercase except for like the next word that you're joining across. So do you see how like the N is name? Yep. So that's what camel case is. So it's like you start every word with a capital letter when it's like mushed together except the first one. So if like this name had another one, you could be like hello. Like if that was one variable name, that's camel case. Okay, that's a different topic. Anyway, so when you run this file open, it doesn't actually open any files in the background. It just makes it. So you should see that. And again, you can change this to whatever type of file you want. So for example, if you are somehow later on like making a HTML file, and if you wanted to add like a HTML page with Python code, you can just save it as .html. So that would save it as a HTML file. So try change that on yours and then run it. Then if you go back into where your files are saved, you should see like something called test file or testing file .html this time.
Yep, it's run for me. Let's get it out. Okay, yep.
Yep.
I actually have 2 test files.
Oh, you have 2 test files. So yep, so one was like the one you made last time, because that's like that's a normal text file, it's just text. And this one is now a HTML file. So if we actually had HTML code later in it, if you like clicked on it, it would open up like the website. But right now it would just be empty because it's nothing. So yeah, you can just save things. So it doesn't just have to be like plain text. It depends what type of file you want to save it as. Okay, so anyway, back to the point.
Do we just go back to text or?
Yeah, so maybe go back to text, txt. So with the write mode, like you said, you can write things in it. And so do you remember how we write things in it?
I'm going to try. Is it possibly? I want to say append.
Append. So that's one way we can write in it. So append is like you add something onto what's in the file. So you can do that with this actually. But what you need to do is you need to change the mode. So right now we're in like write mode. If you want to append to the file, you need to change it to A. So what append does is it remembers what we already have in our file and then adds something onto the end. If we do it in write, it would just replace everything with what we write again. So like, let me show you. So what we need to do is we need to get a variable name. We need to go file.write. And then we can write some text. So we just have brackets.
And if this were HTML, how would we do it?
Okay, so I can quickly show you. So do you know some basic HTML?
Tiny bit.
Tiny bit? Okay, that's okay. So why don't we quickly change our file back to a HTML file so we can test it out. So file.write, what we could do is we could make a HTML, like, do you know HTML tags?
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty
so
sure.
Generally we need to put it in like a HTML, like a big tag like that. And then I'm just pressing enter a few times, just so it's easy to see. And then what you might need to do is type in like body. Okay, wait. Maybe I won't press enter because then, yeah. So wait, you have like, oh, sorry, what was your question?
Is there nothing before the last line? No, that's just in Python. Okay, no. Nope, sorry.
Oh, good.
Sí, papá. En uno short. Sorry, give me a sec.
Okay.
In one of the shorts. In one of the shorts. One of the shorts in the last salad. You can't. It's gonna be hard to find it. It's in one of the shorts of the laundry. Sorry about that.
That's all good. Okay.
Sorry, Papa. Okay, sorry.
Okay, so these are just some basic HTML tags.
But what do you do? But how do you actually code something in it? Like.
Yeah. So with HTML, wait, I'll just finish writing this first to show you. So you know how with HTML you have like your different tags. So you have like HTML tags, body tags. And then like you might want to add like a header. So a header could be like H1. And then we can type in some text like, this is a header. And then we close the H1. So if you have a look like
Wait, whoopsie.
Oh.
Wait, I think we're missing something. Don't we need a slash after the HTML?
Yeah, so that's on this side here. So with
Oh, it's only on that side.
yeah, so which HTML tags, you have one that's like normal, and then when you want to close it at the end, you add a slash to the end one. So like if I just press enter to show you. If I just pressed enter just to show you what I'm talking about. Hang on. I think there's a way to do multi-line things in Python. Okay. Yeah. So I just did enter just so that you can see like the rough structure of it. So I'm just ignoring the quotation marks for now. Oop. But like this is a basic idea of what like a basic page might look like. So we just have like HTML tags and then a body tags and then just a heading. It's a pretty basic, like, you know, just some simple tags. And then we're just writing it into the file. So I'm just putting it back on one line so that it's just neatly there. So let me know when you've typed that in.
Yeah, so let me just check. Yes, sorry about that.
Yeah.
I was typing, wait, how do you, I put in something actually different. I was copying it from a book.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a hyperlink.
A hyperlink, yep, that's fine too. You can do a hyperlink.
But it doesn't seem to be working. I did HTML, then I did a href equals http, and then www.google.com. And then I called it Google. I did a, then the slash, and then HTML, but it seems to be giving me an error. Oh, whoopsie, I see the error. Okay, this is just, that's an embarrassing error. I forgot to put the brackets.
Right, yeah. So with this, so Python, like when you put it as a string, like Python doesn't know that it's HTML code or anything like that. So you won't get any code relating to, I mean, any errors relating to like the HTML stuff. The errors will be like something in the Python file, like if you.
So it's not gonna. But how? If it's not showing anything, what do we do? Do we? So it doesn't seem to be showing anything.
Okay. So wait, as in when you run it?
Yep.
Yep.
It's not showing anything.
So have you refreshed the page as well?
Yes. So you mean turning it, right?
Okay, wait, hang on a second. I'll run mine as well. So run module, and then you need to open the one that's the HTML file.
Yeah.
So like .html, yep.
Refresh. I'm refreshing it.
I'll refresh.
I'm refreshing.
Okay. So
I'm gonna retry opening it. Open with, let's just try. Let's try Microsoft Edge. Just because.
So there might be.
Okay, I'm trying Microsoft Edge. Let's see if this works.
Okay,
nope,
so
nothing
it's not working
shows
yet. So it might just be because there's like there might be a different way to. Okay, yeah. So this is with Python. So we're writing out text, but you know how, I don't know if you remember from last week, every time you like use this open function, when you're done with it, you need to do something else. Do you
close.
Yeah. So we'll try
file
that.
dot close or file equals close?
File dot close. And then brackets. So that just tells our program, okay, we're done writing the file. Like you can finish it off or whatever. Like it doesn't keep waiting for you to type more stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. So
now make sure to run it first and then check it out. So we'll see if that works.
Okay, okay. It has the text, but it's not showing the hyperlink.
Okay, so that just might be like an issue with like the way you did the HTML code. So
Let me have a look.
So the hyperlinks, make sure when you have like ahref, the like www.google.com is in quotation marks.
No, yeah, it says to put them in one quotation marks, and yep, I did do the HTTP.
And make sure at the end you also have like the a/a after you finish.
A/A, and then I ended it with HTML. That should be it.
Okay, do you want to quickly share your screen so I can have a look?
Sure, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
But also after this, we'll go back to the Python stuff.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just, it's good so that you can just get an idea on how to write the files, like the different kinds of files.
That's what I have.
ahref.
If you want, I can make it a bit
bigger. I see what it is. So you know how you have the slashes, like you have a at the end tags, like the slashes should be before the a and before the HTML. So do you see how you have it after the word?
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah. Yeah, so another thing with like HTML and stuff is even if you have an error, it won't, like it's not like Python, it won't say there's an error in this line, so it won't work. It just tries to like show the text normally because it's more for like display.
Okay, let's try this. Run. Okay.
So,
Wait, maybe if I go, okay, refresh. No.
So also, when you ran it, so when you did file run, it should say like the file name. So you might have closed it a bit early. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Then maybe just try run it again.
Cancel. Yeah, I will try it again. But is it her? Oh, I see it.
Do you see? Ah, there we go. Now it should run. Okay. So if you I think okay. Now if you refresh it,
okay. And then I can just click on it and it'll hyperlink me.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, cool. It hyperlinks me. Okay. Cool.
Oh, not responding.
So, do you mind if I stop sharing or?
Yeah, I'll share my screen now. So it will stop yours. So yeah, so that's just an example on like, it doesn't just have to be text files that you're writing into, it could be HTML files, like, and you can edit different sort of stuff. So I'll just quickly go over, so that was right. So if you like try edit your text, so go back to your Python program. So right now yours says Google or something. Try change that text to like something else, like this is Google or something. So like,
okay, this is Google.
Another head. So right now, like your file was like, the only thing was like that Google link, but now you changed it to this is Google. So because this is in write mode, what do you think will happen?
Wait, what do you mean by that? Sorry.
So, okay, sorry. So right now, like if you look at my one, so my text, like I have a heading and it's called this is a header.
Yeah.
And now like I ran that and I opened it and that's what it says. But now I'm editing my Python program and I changed it to say this is another header. So if when I save this file and then run it and then open up, like refresh this HTML page,
I think it will say. I think it'll say this is another, just simply that.
Just simply that, nothing else?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, you're correct. So if you wanted it to write it underneath it, So if you wanted to keep what I had already written before and write the new line underneath it, do you know what we might need to do?
Yes, the slash.
Slash? Not exactly. So
No.
hang on, I'll show you what I mean. So when I run this, you said it will just say this is another header, like another header, and it will like delete what's already there, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So if we don't want to delete it and like add this bit of code afterwards, we do need.
Oh yeah, so we would need append.
Yep, exactly. So we would need append. So to do that, you just change the W to an A. So that's how you'd append it. So that way it still remembers what you had last time and it just adds on to it. So like if you're playing a game like over a few days, instead of like refreshing the score every time, you might want to keep it and save it from
So
that. Yep. So you can test it if you want, but
no, it's fine.
that's fine.
But I try. What exactly is the project you wanted to do?
Yep, so I'll show you that after. So I'm just quickly going over this stuff just so we have an idea on what to do. I'll show you the project now, actually. So it's just like a, where is it? It's like a shopping list program. So if I just open it up. So what it does is, I think I might have showed you this shopping list program before, but this time it actually saves what you have.
Yeah.
So give me a second, it's just loading. Let me just save this. Okay. Run module. Okay. Oh, where did it go? Sorry, it's being a little slow. Okay. So can you see my screen still?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so it's just saying welcome to your shopping list, and then I think I showed you like how you can add stuff to your shopping list. I can press 1, and then I might want to add an apple to my list. Oh, sorry. Let me run it again. I think I typed in L instead of 1. Basically, with this program, you can either add stuff to a shopping list, like view your shopping list, delete your shopping list, or just quit the game. So that's like the options 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well,
So should I just delete it or what we have right now?
Yeah. So just delete what you have right now. I'll just try to get this up again to show you. 1 second. Okay. Yeah. So it's saying, how can I help you? Like press 1 to add something, press 2 to do this, etc., etc. So if I press 1 and press enter. Okay, 2. Okay. There seems to be some issue with this code. I tried it like a second ago. Okay. Let me try. Sorry about that. I tested it just before and it did work. And I'm not sure what's happening now. Let me try get it up here instead. Okay, so if I do 1, I type in 1 here. Okay, so can you still see my screen?
Yes.
Yep, so I'm just running it through here instead. So what I'm doing is I just pressed 1 to add something to the list, and I'll just add an apple, and then I might want to add something else, and I'll add a pear. And now if I want to see what's in my shopping list, I press 2, and it gives me my list, right? So now I just want to quit the game. So right now I just have apple and pear in my list. If I press 4 and enter, it will quit the game. Now if I go back to my files where that's saved, do you see how it added something called shoppinglist.txt?
Oh, yeah.
So if I click on that, it has my shopping list. So it has apple and pear. So now, because I've closed the program, so now if I run the program again, if I straight away, oops, sorry.
Will it restart it then?
It doesn't restart it because the file is there. Now, if I press number 2, which displays the shopping list, it tells me I have apple and pear.
And the first time you try it, does it have nothing in it?
Yep, so I'll delete this file and show you. because the first time I try it, the file does not exist. So if I try to display it, it has nothing in it.
So what should I just start with file.write?
Yes, so what we need to do is we need to yes. Oh, okay, hang on. Let's just open up idle. We want to start with, file.write. Actually, file.append, because if it's there already, we want to add to that file. We don't want to replace everything.
So shopping list equals, right?
Yeah, so you can call it shopping list, or you can still call it file, so that in the program, you know that's the file.
Shopping list equals.
And then
open. Wait, am I doing it correctly? Open.
Yeah, so it's open, and then write.
Then the name, and then shopping list.
Yep, shopping list.txt, because we want to save it as a text file.
Shopping list dot txt. And if I were to, okay, yeah. Others. Can I ask something else?
Yeah, of course.
If you were to write something from the file, not from Python, on append, would it stay there?
Well, let's test it out. So you mean if I go in, if I actually open that, okay, it's not there anymore. If I open the shopping list and add another thing, another.
No, I mean, no, if you open the shopping list and add something.
Yep, okay,
Will it be there next time?
Yes, it should be. So hang on, let me just create the shopping list again because I deleted it. So I'm just going to add Apple and pretend that was already there. So now what you're asking is if I actually open not the Python file, the shopping list file, and added something else. Yep, so let me add in milk maybe and save it. You want to see if it would be there?
Yes, please.
Yep. Well, the answer is we'll find out. So we want to display our shopping list. So we have apple and milk. So yes, it does appear in our shopping list.
All right. So
how it does that is with the other function, the read function, because it reads everything in the file and then it shows us.
All right. So what do we do then? Shopping list equals open shopping list.txt append.
So we might need to just keep that line of code there for now, but we might need to actually do some other stuff first because we actually need to make our shopping list program. So you know how when I run it, we actually need to do the other steps as well. So what's the first thing it asks us when we run the program? Or what does it do?
It prints. It prints everything you can do.
Yeah. So let's start with that first as well. So we'll say, hello, welcome to your shopping list. How can I help you today? So
so you print. No, isn't it print input? Is it input? I forgot.
Input. So if you want to save if you want the user to type something after the line.
No, yeah, what you've done.
Yeah. So.
Oh no, wait. Are you just doing print and then you're gonna put please select an option?
Yeah, because if you have a look in the program, if I because it continues on, right? If I press 1 and then add in an apple, it says please select an option again. So that's separate from that first welcome message. That first welcome message is just a print statement, and then later on we'll add the please select an option thing.
So print. Hello. I am Stuffing. What is stuffing list a part of stuffing list?
And then do you remember how we did a new line, like with
Yeah,
Python?
the slash.
Yeah. So if you don't want to keep like writing print things, you can do it all in one with the slash. And
then do we just put the slash on the end?
yeah, so you just put slash on the end, and then you can keep typing.
Okay.
How,
Wait, it's a backward slash, isn't it? Wait, where's the backward? Okay.
yeah, I think
Backward
the backward one.
slash. And how? Oh wait. What's to replace dialogue?
Which dialog? Sorry.
I accidentally opened something.
Oh, right.
It was replace that. And how can let's see,
And then you can keep doing it all like with the end thing, but I might just do this in a new print statement just so that it's like a bit neater. So I might just do
Me too.
one.
Okay.
Something.
Wait, don't you have to do the NA on the end? Oh no, sorry. No. Print.
You can, but because the print line automatically does it in a new line.
Oh.
So like you could do it by just going print this, print this, print this, but it's just if you wanted to do it all in one, you can use the N.
Oh. This.
So it's adding, displaying, clearing, and then quit.
And is it, and do we just normally, is it normal that we leave a line before the slash N?
What do you mean by lines? Sorry, do you mean like
We leave a line? Yeah, we leave
some space.
Yeah.
You don't have to leave a space. I just leave a space just so it's easy for me to read it when I'm looking.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter if you don't leave a space. It just means like there'll be a space before it goes into the next line, but you don't really see that in the Python program, so it doesn't matter too much. So I'm just gonna, once you've done that, just quickly save it.
And what was free? Sorry, free was
clear your shopping list.
Okay. Clear. 4
was quit.
Exit this program.
Yep.
This program. And then just finish it there.
Okay, so you know how you asked, is there a difference, like if you add the space before the new line thing?
Yeah.
So I added a space before and after. So if you look at my program, it has like a space before and after. So it just depends on how you want it to look. I forgot a space before here. So,
wait, what do you mean by that?
Okay, so do you see how, can you see my program?
Yeah.
So like every time I have a new line, do you see how like 2, 3, and 4 have a space in front of it?
Yeah.
That's just because I went /n space and then the next thing. Whereas the first one, I didn't do a space. I just started typing right away.
So if I ask something, so how do we take off? Wait, so do you take off the space after the N or before the slash?
After the N. So if you don't want that space to be there, you like take away the space. Otherwise, Python thinks you want the space to be there. So like it will be /n and then straight away 2 or whatever.
And what about the space?
The space before the slash doesn't really matter because you can't actually see it. So the space before the slash is like this thing. but because it's a space and it's at the end of the line, you don't notice it. It's just if you make a new line and then have a space, then it's more noticeable.
Okay.
So, yep. So you have that done. If you want, you can just run it to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna just run that a little bit. Run module, yes. Save it every single time. Sorry about that. I just have to try and find a place to save it.
That's fine. Make sure it's somewhere you remember.
Shopping list. Sorry, something list. Program.
Also, just make sure if you had that line of code, you know how you said file equals open or something?
Yeah.
You might want to just comment it out for now, or maybe close it. Okay, cool. Yeah, because if you open it and then don't close it, it might cause some issues later on.
By the way, I'm just gonna add a /n after the first one, so that looks like your one a bit.
Oh yeah, yeah. I might do that as well, actually, like a double slash in.
I made a mistake here. Hi, I am. Okay, here we go. I'm your shopping list, and how can I help you?
So you might need a double slash in.
Okay, yep, I see one problem there. I can do that. Okay, let's check it out. I did not. I don't remember checking it.
Yeah, it's always good to like test it, even if like what we did was just a small change. It's always good to run it like straight after that, so you know what's happening.
How exactly does that? Okay, no, I see it now.
You got it?
Can you add 2 slashes?
Yep. Yes, you can. You can add however many you want. So you just do /n again. Like, as in if you want another space.
Yep. Okay, here we go. Okay, there, I have it. How you want it? Wait, I might do it a bit. Sorry, it takes half an hour to choose how you want. Okay.
That's fine. You can
I'm
take
ready.
how long you want. You ready?
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
So the next thing we want to do is we want to ask them, like, please select an option. And then again, just remember, it keeps like doing it. So we need, like, if we want to keep asking the user something or keep running the program.
We have to put input. We have to put input there.
Yep. So we'd have to put input to ask it. So we'd go input. But also we want to save the input. So do you know how we do that?
Yeah, we have to do the variable equals input. Yep. What are we going to call the variable?
So we could call it something like choice, because it's like saving whichever choice they want. So choice is equal to input, and now
input.
Please select an option.
Please select a option.
And just remember, so with the input thing, like it puts the cursor right after your text. So if you want there to be a space after please select an option, you have to add that space there, like before the quotation mark finishes. Because otherwise when you type, it'll be right next to like the letter N, because it'll be like please select an option, or it'll be right next to that semicolon, if that makes sense.
Sure.
It's like the look of it.
Yep, okay, I think I got it.
Yep, okay. And another thing we want to add is in our program, because we want to keep, like, be able to keep adding or removing or like just keep doing different options. So what's something we need to add to make this thing repeat? Like
we need forever.
Yep, forever. Do you remember how to type it with Python?
Yes. Wait, give me a second. Sorry, I'm just trying to do it.
That's fine. Finish what you were doing first.
Yes, I believe it is while true.
Yep, exactly. So while true. And then make sure to tab that choice thing inside so that it knows that's part of the while loop.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so you can run it if you want, just to check it, but otherwise.
Okay. And then, oh wait. Oh, okay, sorry. It does, wait, so it has to be in the while loop, the choice.
Yeah, so the choice has
Okay.
to be.
Yeah, I see what you mean, okay.
Yeah, so like that welcome message just is like happens once, which is why we just did print, and then the choice was just in the while.
Wait, nope, made a mistake there. Of course, okay. This is just sort of annoying.
Yeah, it's a bit fiddly because you have to like kind of.
The problem is just because you have so much in one print that
Yeah,
that you have to go to the end.
yeah. So you can do them in individual prints as well. This is just a different way of doing it. You can also format your page, I think.
Enter. Whoopsie. Okay, I made a mistake.
A mistake.
This is just so hard. It's like, okay, you know what? I think I might have to just enlarge it.
So I think you can also edit the look of your page by.
Okay, there we go. This should be good. Enter. Okay, I got it. Sorry about that. While true.
Yep. So this is why we separated like the print and the input statements, because.
So okay, I got it out. So while true, please select an option.
Okay.
Wait,
so
it's not indented. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you know a way? Because I mean, I know this might be a bit weird to ask, but if you go in format, it asks you if you can change the indent region or comment out region, uncomment. Is there something that you can do to make it shorter?
as in like.
Yeah, because you always have to type 4, and sometimes that gets confusing. Like
to type in 4 like spaces.
Yeah, sometimes. I don't know. I mean, it's good. It's still okay.
No, that's a fine question. One thing you can do is you can press tab instead of space.
Oh wait, where's tab?
Like on your keyboard, I think it's.
Oh, I see it.
And like before caps lock, if you just press tab, it automatically puts it in that space.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. And another thing is if your text is like, if you press enter straight after your while loop, it automatically indents it as well. So like my cursor is here, but
yeah, no. Okay. So then if choice is the exclamation mark before the equals? It is, isn't it?
We want to check if choice is equal to 1 first. Are you trying to check if it's not equal to something?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna go check, but it makes more sense the way you're doing it. It makes more sense.
So you can check if it is equal to 1.
Equals 1.
Then.
Wait, is it normal that you're putting them in brackets?
So, okay, sorry. I'm used to other programming languages.
Yeah.
But thank you for pointing that out. Yeah.
If choice equals 1.
And so just remember, when you, with like an input, with the input function, what does it save like your value as? Like, do you know what type of data it saves it as? Like,
I believe it generally saves it as a string.
Yeah. So what we can do is we can say if choice is equal to 1 as a string.
Yeah, but it's already a string, isn't it? So
yeah. No, sorry. I'm saying in this if statement, if we go if choice is equal to 1, just like the normal number 1, then they're not equal to each other because 1 is a string and 1 is a number. So we have to check if choice is equal to the like 1 as a string.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep. So then say.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this a bit differently. So we're gonna have. Do you remember functions? Definitions. Sorry.
Yep. Yep.
So we're gonna make each little thing a definition. So like inserting into a file is a definition, removing, etc., etc. So if choice is equal to 1, we want to add something to the shopping list.
So then we can do
at the top.
Shop. Then we can just go shop list add. We can call it, and then we don't need any variables, right? I mean any. We don't.
parameters, you mean?
No.
No, we don't, because it's just like the one thing. So
Sure.
make sure when you're defining your function, you do it before that while loop.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
like we want to go def, and I might call it insert.
Def shopping list add.
So now this is where we are. Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
We would probably do like choice 1 equals input, and then
If choice,
right.
If choice 1 equals what? Sorry.
No, we would just go in shopping
right.
add. We would go choice 1 equals input or choice.
Yeah. So what we want to do is we can also like open our shopping list. So this time, this is where we're doing like the append thing with the file.
Wait, shouldn't we open the shopping list before or?
So we'll do it each in the functions, because inserting the function, we just want to add to the shopping list.
So open.
And then
Open.
Yep.
Open. No, isn't it file dot open?
Yeah. Or shopping list. Or
shopping.
And it's an equal sign.
List equals
open. And now whatever you want to call the file. So
see
shopping list.txt. I might call it that.
Shopping list dot txt. Oopsie, I forgot. Okay, how did I figure that?
And then.
Okay, yep. Sorry, continue.
That's okay. So comma, and then do you want to, which one do you want to use? Do you want to use like write, append,
I think we should.
read?
We're using append, aren't we?
Yep. That's what we want to use. And make sure that A is also in the quotation marks. Yep.
Okay. Yep. Open, and then.
So now what we want to do is we want to.
Wait, sorry. Just a quick question.
Yeah.
If it, for example, in one of them it says append, can you then change it to write?
Do you mean up here? Can you change it to write? So.
No, I mean like if for example insert it's append, if it was choice 2, would it be
right? Like, do you mean like in a different function?
No, I mean like if you're just using can you change it throughout the code?
Yeah, you can. So what you can do is like in this little function here, what we're going to do is we're going to open it in append mode, do our stuff, and then close it. So we're done with that section. So later in the code, we can open it in a different mode.
Okay, so we can do shopping list equals open. Okay, and then what would we do? Then we would go
now
write.
Yep. So before writing it, we actually need to ask the user what they want to add, right?
So, yep.
So what we could say is
choice 2
item. Oh yeah, choice 2. So yeah, item maybe like this is like the thing to add.
What if it runs again? If it runs again, would item not be saved? So
item is just a variable we make here. So every time it runs again, it like resets. Yeah. So it saves on top of it, kind of. So like item equals apple, then later on item might equal milk. Yeah.
So item equals input.
And then we could say something like, what would you like to add? Okay. And we're almost running out of time. So we'll quickly finish this insert one, and then we can finish the rest of it next week.
Okay.
Yep. So we have item.
Yep.
So now we actually need to write item into our file, into that shopping list file. So this is where you go like, what was that variable? Shopping list dot write.
Yep.
So we want to add something. And this time.
List dot
write.
When we're referring to shopping list, are you referring to the file or to the variable?
So, the variable. So I might rename it to like file just so that we don't get confused.
And then you would write that as file. Okay.
Yep, file. So file is the variable name, and then So we never use this actual, like the actual text file name. We never use that apart from at that beginning part.
So then we just do shopping list dot item, right? I mean,
item. Yep. And because it's actually a variable, we don't need to put it in quotation marks. And then what we might need to do is just add a new line after that.
Wait, we do have to put it. Wait, don't we have to put in quotation marks?
We don't, because it's a variable. So like, you know how when you print stuff, you just go print and then the variable name?
You still put in brackets.
Yeah, you put it in brackets. You just don't put like little things that make it green.
Yeah,
like,
I get that. Okay, yeah.
Because otherwise it will write the actual word item.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Okay, cool. And what we want to do is we just want to write item and then just add a new line so that next time we want to add something, it's already on the new line. So to do that, you know how in print, when you want to like add a variable plus some text, you go plus.
Okay, yep.
And then you go /n.
/n.
Okay. Now we can go back into our while loop, and then with that if statement, we can say if it's choice 1, we just want to do that insert or function, whatever your thing was called.
Yep.
Yep.
And we can.
And then.
Welcome to my casa. Welcome to my casa.
And then run it and see what happens.
Yeah, where?
Oop, I added an extra space. So just test it with 1 for now. What would you like to add? Pair. And if you wanted to add a bunch of stuff, you could keep.
Nope. I must have spelled something incorrectly. It's not very happy.
What's the error?
It says shopping. Okay, I see the problem.
You see the problem?
Yep. I was missing a P in one of them.
Yeah, so sometimes it's easier to have that variable name of the file as a smaller name, like file or something. But
okay, here we go. 1, enter. What would you like to add to me? Please select an option. 1. So many ones.
Yeah. So now, like once you've added a few things, you can go into your
milk
text file.
1. Eggs. 1. Celery.
Adding some vegetables in the mix.
Yes. Coffee. I don't know why just
coffee.
Okay. And then close it.
Close it, and then you should see like shopping list.txt or something.
I just see shopping list. It doesn't say .txt.
Oh. Okay. Yours might display it differently, but
nope, I got it. Yeah, I have everything.
Okay, cool. So we might just leave it at that and then finish it off next week because the lesson is over. But do you have any other questions?
Nope.
Nope. Did it make sense so far?
Yep.
Yep. Did it make a bit more sense now that we actually like started making a program? Okay, cool. That's good. Anyway, I'll see you next week then. Hope you have a good week. I'll just stop.